going on, guys? Drewzy here, back again on South Park Phone Destroyer, and I wasn't going to make this video, but I decided to make a quick little video with a PC Principal deck that I made for this event. Currently the PC Principal event is going on, but I feel like this deck will still work outside of the event, and it's a cheap deck, 2.9, and I kind of just screwed around. I wanted to have a PC Principal deck. As you look at the stats for PC Principal, I've been able to get him to level 2 because I've been getting him in some of the event packs that I've been getting, and he may not be available outside of the event, so if you're able to get him during the event, this could be a deck that could work for you guys. It should be very easy to use. As you see, he has a weird kind of knockback type thing, and again, this deck should be fairly obtainable for most of you guys. There's only 2 epic cards, Dog Poo and Choir Boy Butters, but the rest of the cards are pretty easy to get. So I just wanted to show real quick show you the deck and show you how well it performed, at least in the PvP for me. As you see, this was one of the event packs that came out for the event where you could buy with real money again. But I just hopped into PvP and decided to jump into some matches. I was able to get a PvP pack recently, so obviously this wouldn't work towards a PvP pack for me, but I wanted to play a quick couple matches anyways to kind of showcase the deck, and more or less I just wanted to test it to see if it even worked. So I tested it off camera. I didn't play it live, so again I'm going to do some commentary for you similar to how I did in the last PvP video that I did. And I'll try to do a little bit of both, not so much just do it with the off-screen commentary and whatnot and this and that. So as you see, a weird starting hand. So I got Friar Jimmy and a bunch of 2s and some 3s. It's a very, very cheap deck. There's only, I think, one card that's a 4, and that's Terrence Manifesto. But all the rest are, I believe, are 2 and 3. And then, of course, PC Principal is a 5. Unable to use him early because I'm just trying to get as many people as I can to get rid of just the swarm of enemies. But I think this deck is pretty viable. The fact that it's a pretty cheap deck, but I tried to make sure that not only was it cheap, but that it was something that would work, like that had all the right pieces of a deck that's needed: enough range, enough fighters, a tank, and then of course and then the spell, of course, regeneration, because regeneration is just so good right now, just to be able to heal and things like that. I believe I end up going down here because Dog Poo just gets right to me as the leader and just kind of wails away on me. Sally, I probably shouldn't have played against Wendy. Probably should have focused on Dog Poo, but I felt like I still could salvage this match even after losing a bar. But then I see Man Bear Pig, so I'm like, man, this is really going to test this deck out to see if I can stop Man Bear Pig with a really cheap deck. And so he puts Calamity Heidi off to the side there. I use Ike to try to stop her movement from going forward. And I'm just slowly trying to work my way down on Man Bear Pig. He's not able to hit Terrence in the sky, so I'm just putting down as many cheap troops as I can to distract Man Bear Pig and do as much damage as I can. But if I'm not mistaken, yeah, he uses regeneration right here to try to keep Man Bear alive as quickly as he can. And then he also uses, I think, Hyperdrive to keep him alive as well. I don't know what the other spell card it looked like he used there, but I'm still able to kill Man Bear Pig, and now I've got a group of units heading right towards him. So I believe I'm going to use regeneration myself. No, I don't use it there. I'm just going to go ahead and I use it here. So I use it here to try to get a little bit of boost and get a little bit of health, because I want to take full advantage of the fact that he doesn't have his Man Bear Pig, and I think he's going to try to wait to get it out again. So I need to get my 2-bar lead before he's able to get Man Bear Pig out. And he's got Cartman to try to distract me as much as I can, but Clyde is still doing some work. Dog Poo's just kind of standing around, not really moving. I feel like there was a little bit of lag and glitching in this match, but I get PC Principal out just because I thought that it was going to end up going into sudden death, but it doesn't end up going into sudden death. I'm able to get it, but I just kind of want to show you what PC Principal does as you watch him kind of just push Nelly away, and then he slowly works his way up and pushes her away again. But it looks like his, the push is kind of weird, but kind of keeps the control base of the match and things like that. It will not push Man Bear Pig. As you see, Man Bear Pig just stands there and just takes the pushes from PC Principal. So that was kind of weird, but it kind of makes sense to make, push something as big as Man Bear Pig somewhere, down the battlefield and whatnot. But he would get the first win, even against Man Bear Pig yet again. I don't know, guys. The Man Bear Pig seems to be pretty easy to counter right now. What do you guys think as far as if you've been facing Man Bear Pig a lot in PvP, and have you been struggling with them? Because I haven't really been struggling with them lately, so I'm kind of hoping that the first legendary that I get is not Man Bear Pig, because Man Bear Pig seems to be extremely good for PvP and PvE. I've seen a lot of people get all the way through the PvE with a level 1 Man Bear Pig. So I definitely want Man Bear Pig. I'm not saying I don't want him. I'm just not. I don't know. Maybe people are just starting to figure out how to beat him, so he's not as intimidating anymore. But let me know what you guys think down below. And it is late as I'm recording this. I wasn't planning on doing this, but screw it. It's Friday. What are you gonna do? As I'm recording this, it's Friday. I don't know when I'm gonna upload this video. Try to upload it before the event ends, in case you guys want to use this during the event. But again, this should work post PC Principle event. So second match starting here. I got Jimmy started. He's got Stan, so it looks like he's got some fantasy cards. I haven't seen a lot of people use a lot of fantasy cards. He's got fantasy and adventure are his two types here. So went into the match, and honestly, when I see fantasy cards, I'm kind of pumped about it, because I don't think fantasy really have a lot of super strong cards. Probably the only one that a lot of people really seem to like from the fantasy right now is the Timmy card and the Paladin Butters. That seems to be the two main ones from the fantasy that a lot of people really like. I've heard good things about Token, but he's an epic card. I actually don't have Rogue Token, so but a lot of people have raved about him as well. But there's just been a couple fantasy cards that people have really been saying they're really good, other than obviously the legendaries with Grand Wizard Cartman and Iron Maiden Wendy. So if you guys got a fantasy deck, let me know. Comment down below if you got a deck using fantasy cards, and I'll try it out. I've been trying to try out different decks and stuff like that, and mess around with it, and make videos. You get some more ideas for videos for you guys. But a little worried right at this point, because it's Cartman really survived quite a bit. Storyteller Jimmy really kind of is affecting me being able to stop this push right here, and then Manifesto's just wailing away on me up top. I do end up losing a bar, so now we're back to even. But now I'm just going to send Dog Poo and Friar Jimmy over to get that healing, and then just continue to try to work and support this little push here. But I mean, with all these cheap cards, it's kind of nice to be able to just cast so many different cards, but it just doesn't feel quite as strong at times either, because of it. And with these level 2 epics and things like that I'm now facing in PvP, it's making it a little bit tougher. But as you see, PC Principle kind of keeping it at bay. But you look at the Swarm unit, kind of affecting him. So he's only going to push one of the rats at a time. So that's kind of food for thought in the future if you're using PC Principle. He's not going to be able to push all of those rats at once. He's just going to do one at a time. Similar to Man Bear Pig when he's doing his because Man Bear Pig also does kind of a push as well with his swipes, but able to do good with Butters there. I think I use Regeneration to get the speed and the heal, because he's focusing on the leader, and now I've got a nice little lead. So PC Principle comes in here, just keeps can't push Cartman while he's in his charge form, obviously, but he's able to push him afterwards, and the match is pretty much over at this point. I'm just putting troops down just to try to keep him from making any kind of push. But I'm only going to showcase 2 fights here, 2 battles with this deck, so kind of a tease as far as PC Principle deck. But as you can see, it works. I notice a lot of times in the challenges, a lot more people are playing PvP, and it's a little bit harder to win. Do you guys find that as well? Like with when an event's going on, is it harder to get the win? So I get Captain Wendy. I believe I get the shades. Yeah, I get the shades for the event, and then I get some more shades, and then I'm not going to open any more lockers because I'm low on cash. I think I open a pack for you guys here also, because I think I knew I unlocked the 3rd one. So I've been lucky in the packs. I was able to get PC Principle to rank 2. So that was kind of nice. I don't think I get PC Principle in this pack, however. But the packs in these events are really nice. You get the PvP tickets. You usually get a good amount of cash. And I'm getting upgrade items for PC Principle as well as the other neutrals. It's kind of hard to get sometimes neutral upgrades. Mimsy. Good old Mimsy again. I'm not going to rant about Mimsy anymore. I've gotten some negative and positive backlash from that Mimsy video. But that's pretty much it, guys. I just really kind of wanted to showcase this deck for you guys, this PC Principle deck. Let me know what you guys think, if you think it's viable or not with the new PC Principle card. If you've gotten PC Principle, congratulations. If you got some decks with him, some suggestions, let me know. I'll try those decks out as well. But I think this deck, I think the main reason why I wanted to build this deck was because all these cards, except for the 2 epics, almost all of you should probably have by now. So it should be a pretty easy deck for you to build around, and all of you should be able to try it yourself. And I think that was one of the main reasons what I was trying to do. And also just try to show off the new card in case you were wondering if he's even worth using or worth getting. But if you haven't gotten PC Principal, obviously, you know, you could use Sheriff Cartman or, you know, Zen Cartman in replacement, and it probably would still work. It would be cheaper too with Zen Cartman. But, you know, let me know what you guys think of the deck down below, or if you have any deck ideas with PC Principal or other decks that you're using in PvP. But until then, until next time, guys, my name is Drewzy.